when we talk about equity and all of that, inequities, injustice, and how one group gets treated differently over another group, this is what we're talking about.
Yo, hey, check this out.
You're gonna learn today.
Restart St. Pete. So Restart St. Pete was actually a program that was started following the shutdown that was produced by the pandemic. And was basically a way that the city was phasing in, opening and restarting, the community and businesses after the shutdown. These barricades were actually placed at downtown businesses, and they would block off parking spaces. And they block off the parking spaces for the businesses to increase their capacity so that they can serve customers while adhering to the CDC guidelines for social distancing. And so these barriers, when they were placed downtown, they were actually helping and supporting businesses. So much so that when the city started saying that they were going to remove the barriers and free up those parking spots, business owners complained because they wanted to keep the barricades in place, because removing the barricades would actually hurt their business because they would reduce their capacity for their restaurants. And so they actually started a petition to keep the barricades in place for their businesses. Fast forward to January 2022, the Restart St. Pete barricades that were put in place to help downtown businesses are put here on 34th Street and 18th Avenue, in between 34th and 31st Street, to actually detour business. If you're from the city, especially if you're from the south side, you know that 18th Avenue between 31st and 34th Street has historically been, a hot spot for organic businesses and, vendors, street vendors and what have you. And this particular location has done very well for a few local entrepreneurs that I know who, will pull up and they'll vend at this spot. So apparently someone in the city thought that it would be a good idea to stop that from happening and prevent them from doing so on the weekend, where we have an influx of visitors coming to our city to celebrate what some have called the largest MLK celebration in the Southeast. And so what was meant to help downtown businesses, and which worked very successfully in helping downtown businesses, has actually been put in Southside or South St. Pete, or the CRA, or whatever you want to call it, to deter and hinder business. So when we talk about two St. Pete's and institutional and structural racism, this is what we're talking about, y'all. Because somebody thought it would be a good idea to stop business on this weekend at this spot. When we talk about equity and all of that, inequities, injustice, and how one group gets treated differently over another group, this is what we're talking about. And then to add insult to injury, the barricades that you put to stop business are the Restart St. Pete barricades that you use to help downtown business.